Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official post-fight review video for Vasy Lomachenko versus Miguel Marriaga. ESPN or Top Rank on ESPN. It was their second installment of that series on ESPN. Decent little card. They had Ray Beltran on undercard, which we'll get to in another video. But the Lomachenko versus Marriaga, was a fight that we kind of already knew what it was coming in. It was a showcase fight for Lomachenko. His first real fight on network television. He was fighting a guy in Marriaga who is known as a tough competitor. A guy that has been in some wars with Oscar Valdez. He had that great fight with Oscar Valdez earlier this year. That was a fight of the year type of fight. He moved up to 130. A lot of people were expecting him to be a game opponent for Lomachenko, but I thought it was going to be a fight for Lomachenko where the guy's style was tailor-made for him. When you watch him when he moves in the ring, Marriaga, good, tough fighter. But when he moves in the ring, anytime he moves backwards, it looks like he's going to trip and fall. I mean, he doesn't have the best balance going backwards. So Lomachenko was able to exploit that all night because anytime this dude would come towards Lomachenko would touch him on something, and then he moved backwards, and then he'd lose his balance. So that's what it was there. Lomachenko was just real comfortable all night. There was many instances where he was taunting the guy. He dropped his hand and stuck his head out. There was another instance where he scored a knockdown. I think it was in the second or the third round, and he literally decided to stay in the corner and taunted the guy from the corner and slipped a bunch of punches. And overall, it was a complete performance from Lomachenko. One thing I will say is that he's got to be a lot more cautious defensively because there was that clash of heads early on in the fight. Those things tend to happen when you have a southpaw fighter versus an orthodox fighter. But nonetheless, he had a really good performance. I think if you're Lomachenko, you can be relatively pleased with the performance you had against Marriaga because you gave the fans a good fight, and you're on to bigger and better things. So for Lomachenko, obviously you look at his last three fights. You look at Nicholas Walters, Jason Sosa, and now Marriaga. He's made three straight opponents quit, and we're not going to sit here and act like all those guys are world beaters, but those are some good quality name fighters. Walters was a guy that everybody was reading highly before the Lomachenko fight. Sosa was a guy that was ducked by Gervonta Davis, and then Marriaga was a guy that gave Oscar Valdez, a tough fighter at 126, all he could handle. So I think Lomachenko's done really well for himself these next three fights. But I think for him, he's got to really step it up. Obviously, he's fought tougher opposition than probably anybody in their first 10 fights, But even for him, he's got to step it up. I think people want to see those top fights for him. And I think really the Crawford fight's a pipe dream. And the Tank Davis fight's not going to happen because Tank doesn't want to fight him right now. So I think, there's only one ideal option, and he has to fight Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is a very talented fighter, someone who has tremendous fundamentals, someone who could give this guy a real run for his money, with the size and technique he has and the power. That should make for a good fight. And that's one if, I know they talked about putting that on a pay-per-view platform. If you're Bob Arum, I would try to get that fight on ESPN because that's a fight that, the public should see. So that's my take on that. Marriaga, gotta give credit to him. He showed a lot of toughness. He was taking some hard body shots on Lomachenko. He was really outclassed from the word go. And honestly, no disrespect to any fighters out there, but the majority of boxing right now, around his weight, when you get in there with Lomachenko, it's just hard not to. The guy's a very complete fighter. Got great balance, great angles, can punches. He's not like, I'm not gonna say he's a hard puncher, but he's an accumulation puncher. He's very accurate, so he's able to accumulate punishment on his opponents and get those guys out of there. Which is why, despite him not having a reputation for being a big puncher, he's still able to, his last three fights get stoppage victories. So Lomachenko, I think, just a good performance, very entertaining. But I think he's got to step it up just a little more. And so far, with 10 fights into his career, he's 9-1. A lot of people are saying that maybe he should have got the decision against Lito. Some people are saying he wasn't ready for it at that point in time. But regardless of the fact, 9-1, two-weight world champion. two-time gold medalist, arguably the greatest amateur of all time. The guy is carving himself out a marvelous career so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he does as he steps up the ranks. Because I think the Mikey Garcia fight will reveal a lot to us about Lomachenko, and that's what it is there. So let me know what you guys think about this fight against Marriaga. Um, good showing for him, and yeah, leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.